Bless. I don't sleep on no beef. We ain't sleeping no. You know I'm on top of everything. Run grass and they don't shoot cribs. They gon' give you one chance. Like come outside or we gon' come in, boy. When I pull up and make them catch a lot. Blue beam on that chopper. Kamehameha. I throw them Dragon Balls at you like I'm Kakarot.
Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy SonTj. How's it going? I'm asking you to go back in time 2 years ago, where I was, very late and very lazy on making the whole best movies and best video games of the year stuff. And now we're gonna go back in time because I really want to do this. I'm a completionist. Is the reason why I'm still playing The Walking Dead, even though it gets no views on there. I hope you guys are enjoying that if y'all are watching them. But today I want to talk about my top 10 best movies of 2017. Yes, this is 2 years old, like I already made at the beginning. Now, this is kind of going off memory because I rewatched some of these movies, but again, I'm just your average YouTuber college student, so I only have so much free time. So let's get this started. Let's talk about the honorable mentions. Okay, the 3 honorable mentions are the Lego Batman movie. Really enjoyed it, really fun film, but I don't think it's top 10 worthy. It 2017, really enjoyed the film, but it didn't really age that well in my opinion. Kind of dragged out, but great acting from the kids. The kids really held their own. And the villain, pretty good. Can't wait for the sequel. I'm glad it's not gonna take, because I know in the movie it actually shows that it's gonna take like a couple of decades for the clown to come back. I'm glad they're not doing that, and hopefully they bring back the kids, a little short flashback. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Wonder Woman in my opinion is very overrated. Like it's kind of like, look, and I know this sounds controversial, but with slave movies where they be like, yo man, you gotta love it, man, it's a slave, it's black people, slavery, it's gotta be a great film. I think it's the same thing with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is like a classic good 2000 superhero movie, and I think it got a lot of praise because look, female lead. So oh my gosh, I know it's too extreme, slavery movies and like women lead movies, but I feel like it gets kind of overpraised. But I really enjoyed it though. Like it definitely earns an honorable mention as best movies of 2017. So there you go. Number 10 is Blade Runner 2049. Amazing cinematography, great storytelling, but it felt like more of an Oscar bait film in my opinion. Like it's one of those it's going to be great, and I felt like the ending was good, but it was one of those like I don't know, like the ending was pretty much kind of like the whole you're not special kind of type of twist. But I really enjoyed the interaction between the main character and his little robot who's not really real and like kind of like pretends to be his girlfriend type, and then she leaves. Then you kind of get more information about the old Blade Runner and see if he was actually a robot or not. And overall, pretty good story, man. Just in my opinion, wasn't the biggest. And granted, when I watched the film, I had a pretty sorry audience that was talking throughout the film, so I was kind of fighting with them with it. So I rewatched it again. Still, I think it deserves number 10. It's probably a better movie objectively, but this is just my personal opinion. Number 9 is Disaster Artist. Man, I love this film. It's hilarious. Just seeing how great it was able to like keep just so how accurate it was able to recreate the room. Like it's crazy how great James Franco and his brother was throughout this film. Fantastic. I loved every single minute of it. It was hilarious, and that's why it's number 9. Number 8 is Baby Driver. This is before the fall. Oh gosh, such a humongous fall of Kevin Spacey. Like Jesus Christ, this is before everything came out about Kevin Spacey. But I'm just being objective here. Kevin Spacey did a great job. Like we're not gonna act like he wasn't a great actor. He did a great job in this movie. Ansel Elgort, the main character, Baby, he was great. I just loved the soundtrack of this film. Like it was on point. The action, Jamie Foxx was at his best. Like I love Jamie Foxx, but he kind of picks bad movies like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and stuff like that. Granted, I still like Amazing Spider-Man 2, but like as overall story, not that great. Jamie Foxx is the best he's been since Django. The action, everything about it, it's like an overall thriller, and especially when that one character sees Red Buddy, the film kicks up a lot. So yeah, that's why Baby Driver is my number 8. Number 7 is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Not as good as Volume 1, but in my opinion has a better villain, better character arcs. Actually, I feel like it's just like dead ass on par with Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Yeah, it's like just a pretty much like a slight step up from Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of just like overall character arcs. And I just love the dynamic between Star-Lord and Ego, and just seeing like the backstory behind how Ego met Star-Lord's mom or his wife or whatever. And just seeing like, you know, the twist and like the switch up where he just says like, yeah, I killed your mom and everything. The little battle between Star-Lord and Ego is kind of weird, you know, kind of cracked a little bit too many gags, especially when you went Pac-Man mode or whatever. But the death of Yondu was like really sad, and it really hit home, so that's why it's really up there in my opinion. Just it has an emotional impact that you gotta see for yourself, and that's why it's number 7. Number 6 is Thor Ragnarok. Man, this really recreated Thor in many ways. It's like the first time we get to see, you know, Thor without his long hair and everything, but this is just a really funny movie, man. Like the dynamic between Thor and Bruce Banner and Hulk, and the dynamic between the Bay, Tessa Thompson, or Valkyrie. Man, I loved every single minute of it. Loki being funny as well. Like, it's just a great fight and everything. Granted, the villain was kind of like okay-ish. Like, Hela was cool, but like, man, I just love the character interactions of this film. It makes you just feel happy, and I needed that during 2017 because I'm, you know, you're Debbie Downer most of the times. I really enjoyed this film. The action was crazy. I feel like the character arc for Thor was pretty cool. I feel like they kind of rushed some of it because if you see later on with Infinity War, it's kind of like even more of a recreation of that. But again, love it. Love short hair Thor. I love seeing Hulk be funny and everyone else. So yeah, that's why this is number 6. Number 5 is Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I had a hard debate figuring out if I wanted this to be higher because Spider-Man's my favorite comic book superhero of all time, and this Peter Parker is not really accurate to the 616 Spider-Man, but it's kind of a combination of Ultimate Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man from the comics, because they take a lot of Miles Morales like aspects that he had in the comics and put it into this Peter Parker, and it's crazy because it really works. And I really enjoyed the interaction between Tony Stark and just seeing Spider-Man be more of a kid and just showing that he doesn't have it all down just yet. And the villain Voucher was amazing. He's just an overall great villain. He's understandable, and just the cast is amazing. And hey, I'm down for Zendaya being MJ. She is fine as hell. And Tom Holland, in my opinion, is the best on-screen Spider-Man we have, and I can't wait for Spider-Man Far From Home. And yeah, I love this film. I probably could be higher, but I'm not trying to be too biased. And just seeing that scene where Spider-Man has to pick up those debris is so great. It's just like the comics, and it has his own motivation, just showing that he needs to be able to defend by himself and not try to rely on other people to help him. And I really enjoyed it, and that's why Spider-Man Homecoming is my number 5. John Wick Chapter 2. What can I say about this film? Now, it's just a badass film, man. The choreography throughout this gun fu crap is amazing, and the story, and just it makes Keanu Reeves so cool. And like, this is like his second, like, you know, reassurance as a big character ever since The Matrix. And the action and just how clean and cut the story is amazing. It sets up for a bigger world. We have John Wick versus the world, and just seeing his battles with Common, or just seeing his interactions with Laura Fishburne's character and Winston. It's just amazing. It just shows you that like this living legend is like, he's a legend, but he's also mortal. So like, he's not like impossible to beat, but he's damn near close. And I loved everything about this film, and it was tough to figure out which one was better between Spider-Man Homecoming and this, but I feel like I look fondly more on John Wick Chapter 2, and I can't wait for its sequel, and that's why it's number 4. War for the Planet of the Apes. This is the conclusion for the reboot of the Planet of the Apes, or actually like the prequels to the movie of Planet of the Apes, whatever. Seeing Caesar's finale and just seeing how it kind of correlates with like the human who's trying to beat him. I can't say his name. Let me try to find it. I guess it's Colonel. Yeah, just seeing how he takes care of his son, and just how he's trying to deal with everything, being pretty much the messiah of the apes, and just the CGI and everything about this was on point during its time. And it is a great conclusion, man. Like the story was amazing. Just seeing how, like, even though the human dude was kind of a jerk, he was right, because soon as the disease hit him, he became mindless. So it was tough to see it from the human side because you want Caesar to succeed, but you're like realize like this is the catalyst of what happens in the old like 70s movie about Planet of the Apes. This is what causes the fall of the human. So yeah, great ending to the trilogy, and it was sad seeing Caesar go, but hey man, he left a legacy. Now let's talk about the masterpiece created by Jordan Peele, Get Out. Man, this was like a reassurance of Black Twitter. It's just see how everyone's saying, don't trust the white people. It was hilarious. But this film does a great job of having a mixture of dark comedy and just overall just horror, Jesus Christ. Just great horror throughout this film, and just seeing just, man, like it was such great acting from Daniel Kaluuya to Allison Williams. Like I really thought that her character was not evil. Like they had so many red herrings. You just like, nah, she can't be evil, man. And just, man, let's talk about Lil Rel Howery, or Hoary. I can't say his name well because I'm bad with names. He was fantastic in this film. He stole every scene he could. Amazing work. And just seeing like the action near the end and just the plot twist, and just, you know, the characters like freaking out when their minds get released, and wow, like you can tell that they had fun making this film, especially with the evil scenes and everything. And it has one of the best endings that my entire audience stood up and clapped for. And what can I say, man? Get Out was a fantastic film. It was at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for the longest time. It's great. Go out and see it. It's still great today, 2 years later. And I can't wait for Jordan Peele's upcoming film in 2019. And yeah, don't trust these people that's trying to take your body, man, because, you know, we got to stay alive out here. Now, my best movie of 2017 definitely goes to Logan. My God, Logan was a fantastic end to Hugh Jackman's run as Wolverine. We don't know if he's coming back for anything else because he always says, I don't think I'm coming back. But since, you know, Disney has Fox and they can use the X-Men characters, we don't know. But man, what is finally great is great seeing Wolverine in an X or an R-rated film. I don't know why I was gonna say X, you know, because X-Men, but his character arc is amazing. Just the brutality, and just, man, seeing his interaction with his daughter X-23 and seeing Professor X in the most broken state I've ever seen him. Like, he was not even this broken in Days of Future Past or in freaking, well, yeah, in Days of Future Past when he like lost his powers as a young man. In the distant future where like we have all these like these killer robots taking out all the mutants. He was never this depressed, but in this, he is literally the catalyst of like many of the X-Men dying. So like, yeah, just seeing this dark distant future, seeing how Logan feels responsible for Professor X, because even though he killed all his friends, he still feels like he owes them stuff. And just, man, the ending is depressing as hell. Like the final part where Logan is taken out by his own clone, and just seeing how Logan ends, because it shows like in the Wolverine, it shows one of the chicks that sees a future for Logan, how he dies. It represents that perfectly with his heart being out of his chest, which just means X-23. And this is definitely my best and favorite movie of 2017. So yeah, if you remember 2017, let me know your top 10 movies of it. And now I'm going to go further back to talk about the games, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below of my list. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was fun going back memory lane, man. Just seeing how much stuff has changed, especially in the comic book versus a nutshell. And I really want Hugh Jackman to come back, but hey, man, I don't know. Who you think could replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? Let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, SonTj, peace. Love you all.
That's all, folks.